Hey guys, how's it going? Zima here. I'm a big believer for anything in the RWA sector or real-world assets because those have a real use case. Most of the times, when it comes to crypto, it's pretty pointless. It's there to make money and to get your money to invest into a project, but it doesn't do anything. For RWAs and DePIN, they have physical things, they have products that people use, and they have a long-term vision, so if you buy something and just hold it forever, it usually goes up quite a lot. Now, it would have been a lot better to buy this 1 year ago and hold it until now, but we didn't, and that's where we are here. So when it comes to the growing sector of RWA and people believing that the tokenization of things is going to be worth trillions of dollars, even bigger than the crypto market by itself, then anything in the category is going to grow regardless. Plus the projects that, like Checks over here for example, have a use case and active partners that invest billions of dollars and grow this day by day, they're going to be at a pretty good position over time. Buy something based on good fundamentals and a solid team behind it that is in the right sector, leave your money in there, do nothing at all ever, and then eventually sell it, take some money out. Like let's say you would have bought Bitcoin at 20k, now it's at 70. Sure, you can sell it, but what do you do with the money? You buy the next thing that hopefully goes up. To then eventually buy Bitcoin again, so you repeat the cycle. So you might as well skip every step in there and just hold it. Because just like old people say, time in the market beats timing the market. So don't pretend that you know anything or that any of us has any idea on what this one is going to do next. We know in the long run that it's probably going to be up here at 100k plus, but the line in between might look like that. So trying to sell and then buy and then sell and then buy doesn't make sense because it's unpredictable. Therefore, buy anything with good fundamentals, do nothing, it goes up, you want to take the money out, sell it, be happy. Which is why the next category we go into is DeFi or DEXs. And for that, mainly Solana as well as Avalanche with Joe. So we have Jupiter, Radium and Orca for anything based on Solana. And while some of them went up by 1600% and others are down 35%, the trading volume on Solana is bigger than on Ethereum. And with Solana growing and ETH being garbage because the fees are horrible, we're slowly getting closer to the part where Solana might eventually, hopefully, overtake ETH, which then means any of the DEXs behind it that people use are probably going to grow in value too. While this wobbling around isn't the best chart ever, this at least gives you the option to buy something that people use, it will be here for a long time, and that is part of a growing ecosystem without fluctuating too much. Like if you ever used Solana, you probably used Radium before, you probably traded meme coins a year ago and could have just bought this one instead and get the 10x. Let's move into things that Alex Becker used to talk about and that he is working on, with the biggest one right now being Superverse. This was at $3.70, went down to 7 cents, which means if you would have bought here when the hype was there and then sold when it's dead, you would have lost like 98% of your money. But if you would have bought here instead and just held it until now, you would have gotten like a 15 to 20x. And Alex always says, believe in the team and invest into the people and the expertise they bring instead of the hype, because long term, things are going to recover and then go well. Because they had now 3.5 years since March of 2021 in order to build something, which would then mean that it's probably going to be worth more than it was back then, with over 3 years of building and this whole time frame in between. And if we think that gaming overall is going to eventually catch on and be worth more than 18 billion in total, then Superverse is going to do well for sure. However, it is quite difficult because most crypto games suck really bad, and even if you try to play them, the market cap is usually far higher than it should be, considering that most of these games don't make any money yet. If we have one game like Off the Grid, or let's say maybe GTA 6 that is going to integrate blockchain technology, or we have something like Axie again, all of this is going to go a lot higher, but that's difficult as you have to wait and hope for something to happen, which might take a lot of time. So we can go back to things like launchpads, for example. If you remember CeDeFi from last bull run, something that Alex Becker used to be an advisor for and always talked about, they peaked at $16 per coin. Now it's at $1.20, went down a little. However, now that we're back to 70k Bitcoin and going hopefully above, I'm pretty sure Alex is going to make a lot more videos, remind people of this one again. And with crypto going up and people making money, they start their own projects, which then need a launchpad, which is right there, to then make the chart green and go up. Even earlier this year, back in March, this was at $5.50, and I would predict, hopefully, that it goes back there and above, as they're getting stronger and stronger day by day. Nothing is linked down below. This is not financial advice. I don't care what you do with your money. I personally just buy things and then forget about it. Then in the future, it's up and you can sell.